Good evening, everybody. Welcome to PACS. I am live right here from our home goods store. My name is Jonathan Russell. I am the chair of the board here at PACS. But tonight, I am your host for the PACS Awards non-dinner. That's right, it is a non-dinner. So glad you found your way here tonight. Now, this is the close of PACS Week. I mean, PACS Week started last Monday, and we've been sharing social media content. If you like or follow us on Instagram or Facebook, I'm sure you have seen the stories from our staff and the impact of our ministry here at PACS. But I'm so glad you're here tonight. While I wish we could be in person, while I wish we could be together, unfortunately, we have to connect this way. There's three things that I hope for tonight as we gather together. Number one, I hope that we will inspire you to help make a difference in your community, whether you're watching us from Portland or farther away. I hope that tonight will inspire you to make a difference in your community. Number two, I hope encourage you or motivate you or maybe inspire you to connect with a service in your community and to commit to volunteer and spend time giving of yourself. You'll be willing to give a donation to the ministry of PACS tonight. And along the way, we're going to honor some fantastic people who have made a profound impact on the mission and the ministry of PACS this year. Now, throughout the evening, I would love to hear from you. We're live on Facebook right now. We're live on YouTube, at least I hope we are. And assuming you can see me, I would love for you to drop a comment in the chat. Let us know where you're watching from. I would love alone on this event tonight. So drop a comment in the chat, participate with us. If you're a Facebooker or if you have social media, don't be afraid to share that. Let your friends know that you're watching because we're going to share some great information, some stories, and hopefully have a little fun tonight. Now, before we get too far into the evening, I want to share something with you. We have a goal thermometer that we're going to be checking in with throughout the night. Our goal this year for our PACS Awards non-dinner fundraiser is $65,000. Through the generosity of our partners and our donors, we're already over halfway there. Through PACS Week, we've raised just over $35,000, and we're hoping that as you watch tonight, you can help us get the rest of the way there. So we're going to be checking in every now and then with our thermometer to see how we're doing. Now, you may not know this, but it only takes $5 to be able to provide 3 to 5 days of food for one person when they come to PACS. Only $5, and they can eat for 3 to 5 days, I guess depending on their appetite. I want to invite you right now, maybe $5 is something that you can say, yes, I can skip a day at Starbucks this week and donate $5. If you can do that, I would love, we're going to just put something up on the screen right now. It's text to give. You can text PACS21 to 41444, and don't wait for later in the night. If $5 is what you want to do to support the ministry of PACS, if you already know what we do and where we've been, don't hesitate. Just drop $5 in the donation plate, as it were, right now. You'll have other opportunities. If you're not a text to give person, you can go to pacsonline.org, or you can even walk a check right to our office. Not tonight, we're closed, but anytime during business hours, somebody from PACS would love to meet with you if you prefer the paper method. Now, to get us started tonight, we want to share with you our PACS annual report. I understand it's ready for you, and we're going to show it to you right now.
Hi, welcome to the PACS report. A very boring name for a very exciting video. Every year, PACS serves tens of thousands of people through our thrift store, food pantry, and dental clinic. Let's dive in and see how 2021 is going so far. It all starts with people. Without our volunteers, PACS simply would not be able to serve the Portland community the way we do. So far in 2021, 383 different people have volunteered at PACS. They have donated over 23,400 hours of work. To put that in perspective, if we paid them all minimum wage, that would cost us over $436,800 each year. That's more than our entire fundraising budget. To say this wouldn't be possible without our family of volunteers is an understatement. Thank you for using your time to help thousands of our Portland community members. Speaking of community, our thrift stores have been bursting all year with donations and shoppers. So far, we've sold over 318,000 items, consistently beating sales projections every month. When you donate your items to PACS, you not only help keep our ministry going financially, you also provide the community with an affordable and environmentally friendly way to clothe their families and furnish their homes. When we reduce, reuse, and recycle, everyone wins. Gateway Grace Dental Clinic opened its doors in September for the first time since the pandemic started. Thanks to the dental professionals who donate their time, we've been able to start seeing patients every week. Community relationships are crucial to PAC's success, and for the dental clinic, it's even more vital. Thanks to our Portland dental community, our volunteers and scheduled patients have increased steadily in the first few weeks of operation. The PACS Food Pantry has been a pillar in Portland for years, and 2021 is no exception. So far this year, we've distributed over 1,340,000 pounds of food, and those numbers will go up even higher over the holidays. A number that big can be kind of hard to picture, so instead, think of it like this. 1,340,000 pounds is roughly what 27 Statues of Liberty would weigh. That food has been distributed to over 30,000 clients this year, and according to the Oregon Food Bank, would cost over $2 million to purchase from the store. How do we distribute that much food at a fraction of that cost? Every weekday morning, PACS volunteers drive refrigerated trucks all over Portland, picking up food donations from grocery stores and bakeries. Thanks to our partnerships, we can provide 100 pounds of fresh produce, dairy, meat, bread, canned goods, dry goods, and even dessert for just $19. You heard that right, 100 pounds of high-quality, delicious food for $19. Thank you for giving your time, money, and prayers to PACS this year. Thanks to you, PACS continues to provide for the needs of our community the way Christ did, by nourishing the mind, body, and spirit, while fostering dignity among those we serve.
$19. $19 is the number that I want you to remember from that video. Now, Tim, what does $19 do here at PACS?
So as you can see right here, $19 is what will supply this amount of food for each family that comes to PACS.
Now, if I went to the grocery store right now and tried to buy all of this, it would be $130, $140, maybe even more than that.
You might get a handful of things for $19.
My goodness. So now clarify this for me. $19 to buy the food?
Actually, because of our partnerships with the Oregon Food Bank, with grocery stores like Safeway and Fred Meyer and Target and Trader Joe's and Albertsons, we don't have to buy almost any of our food. So almost all of our food is donated from them, which then pays for all of the process to make sure that these people get all of this food.
So we're talking about staff. We're talking about the lights in here. We're talking about the facility. We're talking about running the trucks to bring food in.
Yes.
All of that for $19, we're able to give this away to a family.
This much food for every family.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
I wonder if you would be able to give $19 right now that would give one box to one family tomorrow. $19. All you have to do is click the link in the chat. Join in and donate $19. I would love for you to do that right now. Now, Tim, I'm here every Friday.
Yes.
And as I'm loading boxes in, I hear from people that they come from all over the place to come to PACS for the food here. Why do you think that they come from so far away to come get our food?
If you look at the box, you can see that there is a lot of really good quality food here. Our partners supply all kinds of wonderful food. It's healthy food. It is a variety of food. It's bread. There's all kinds of dry goods, but there's also a lot of fresh stuff. There's frozen food. So to get a variety of like this is rather uncommon for most food pantries. And so if you're looking for a good 3 to 5 day supply of food, this is the place to come.
So you're saying we have the best food boxes in the state?
You know, I'm not one to compare because I haven't seen all the other food boxes. I just know that people do come from all over to get this food because they have experienced that this is a great place to get food.
Now, I just learned today that there are 411 zip codes in the state of Oregon. How many zip codes are we serving?
Well, that's a really fascinating question, Jonathan, because we were just looking at this number. We have served 155 different zip codes
155 out of 411 in this state.
in this state.
That is incredible. Tim, thank you for the ministry that you lead here in the food bank. As you can say, we're going to come back to that. As you can see, we have good reason to be really proud of our food bank. But you know, in 2021, while there were so many difficult things, one other thing we're very excited about is our dental clinic. You may have heard that we launched a dental clinic a year or two ago, but this year we got to relaunch it, and we are super excited about the result. Here is Laura Pasco, our executive director, talking about the Gateway Grace Dental Clinic.
Part of the mission at PACS is to foster dignity among those we serve. We do that through the low-cost thrift stores, through the food pantry, and the dental clinic seemed like a natural fit. We want to give people the ability to smile and to restore their dignity in their oral health. We're serving often underinsured and the uninsured populations of Portland that may be low income or on a fixed income, and their paycheck just doesn't make it all the way to the end of the month and cover those oral health needs. So we would love to be a piece of restoring their dignity and their ability to be self-sufficient. The COVID pandemic was especially hard on the dental community, and a clinic like ours that depends on volunteer providers was hit especially hard. Our clinic really is a collaboration from so many partners in our community. We have corporate partners, we have faith-based partners, we have subject matter experts from across the community that have given their time, their effort, and honestly their heart to this clinic, and that's what makes it what it is. Our clinic offers essential dental care to our community regardless of their ability to pay. My hope for our clinic is that over the years to come, we will become an integral part of the oral health community here in Northeast Portland and in the greater community. We can't change the world with a dental clinic, but what we can do is give people confidence that when they have a tooth that is hurting, they have a place that they can go, and whether they have the ability to pay or not, they know that they will be taken care of with dignity and love. We are looking for all kinds of people to join our Gateway Grace Dental team. Yes, we need providers, we need dentists and hygienists, dental assistants, and people with front office knowledge. But we also need somebody to help us do landscaping and cleaning and people that work with volunteers. We have all sorts of needs, and we would love to have you share your expertise with our clinic and with our team. The reason that we are here today is because so many people have partnered with us to make this clinic a reality. So I just want to say a huge thank you. We could not have done it without you, and we are so grateful to be given the opportunity to serve our community in the oral health arena. And we look forward to being able to partner with you in the future.
It turns out that our cost to be able to provide a crown for a patient who needs it is about $60. You know, if you were to go to your dentist, I'd venture to guess it would cost a little more than that. But I want to invite you that if you think that that would be a significant part of somebody's life, if that speaks to you, I would invite you to just donate $60 right now. As you donate to our fund, we can use that money and money like it to be able to provide crowns as we continue to expand our dental services here in the area. It's only $60 that it'll cost us to be able to provide a crown. And if that speaks to you, I'd love to invite you to just donate that number, $60, and make a difference. We're starting to see some donations trickle in, $5, $25 here and there. We know that that is going to make a difference. Thank you so much for your gifts as you are participating with us. It's definitely not too late to comment on the stream, to share. When you make a comment, it really does help the algorithms bring our feed up in the feed of other people who may be interested in PACS. So don't be afraid to comment and share. When you engage with us, it helps the message of this place go even further. So take a second right now, drop us a comment, let us know where you're watching from, or share it with your friends because they deserve to be inspired also. All right, we're just getting going right here. Next up, I want to toss it over to our thrift store manager, Annette. She's been doing a fantastic job with our store, and she has something special to share with you right now.
Hi, I'm Annette. I'm the thrift store manager, and we are standing in the middle of goods processing receiving. As you can tell that we are blessed right now, and some of those items might have even come from you. So as we go through our process here at PACS, a lot of the items need to be cleaned, maybe repaired, polished, and getting ready to go out on the showroom floor. So instead of telling you about that, I'm actually going to show you how one of our items actually goes through the process.
You know, that was a really interesting ride.
Right?
I can't say I've ever wanted to be a hat, but it was interesting to see how that all unfolded.
It's neat to get to see the process.
I know, right? So I was told that I was sharing something just a minute ago and my microphone wasn't even on. So if you were watching me just chatter and not hearing anything, I want to say one thing that you may have missed. I just wanted to say thank you to Amanda Fritz, Commissioner of Portland, for joining us online here today. She has been a longtime supporter of PACS. I'm so thankful that even in this moment, she would take the time to join in with us. So Amanda, thank you for joining us. Thank you for being a supporter of PACS all these years. We're really thankful for you. So, Laura, you're joining us. Laura is our executive director here at PACS. And when we started planning this event, this is not exactly what we had in mind.
It's not, you know, we were excited about having a new nice venue down on the river. We were looking forward to seeing your faces after a year.
And it just became clear that that wasn't going to work. So when we got to September,
Yeah.
and we were planning an event,
Sure, and
a
it seemed like
different
outside.
event outside. It was going to be fantastic.
It was. We're so excited about it.
And
And then we sent out a straw poll to our donors, to a bunch of our donors, and the vast majority said, "Oh, we love that idea, but we won't be coming in person.
it's not time yet.
It's not time yet."
So here we are.
On the third iteration of this program, and we are so grateful to have you joining us tonight.
And even though we're separate, we still count you as PACS family. And we're so glad that you're here. There is somebody that I need to mention that we haven't yet, that all of this would not be possible without them. For the last, 15 or 16 years, Generations Retirement has been the presenting sponsor for our fall event. Whether it was the awards dinner and auction, whether it was last year's online awards presentation, or whether it's this year's awards non-dinner, Generations has been with us all the way along. And so we just want to say from the bottom of our hearts, thank you. Thank you to Generations. Wendell and Betsy, you're a blessing, and we're thankful for the partnership with Generations and actually other organizations in the community that have stepped up to continue to bless PACS.
Absolutely. We have seen, like never before, we have seen the community lean into what we do here at PACS. And I know for our staff and our volunteers, that makes all the difference because we know they are behind us, and that helps make every day possible.
Yeah, absolutely. So we're going to talk just briefly about the thermometer. I mean, it's possible that it's on screen, like right in front of your face right now.
Awesome.
And it's been creeping up. People have been starting to donate. People have been stepping up to make a difference with PACS. Now, you shared with me a number just the other day that was fascinating to me. It was the number 350.
Yeah.
Tell me about that number.
Yeah. We did some quick math. Do you want to make PACS work for an hour?
1 hour.
1 hour. We're talking everything: the dental clinic, the mobile food pantry, our food pantry here on site, and both of our low-cost thrift stores. And you can make that happen for $350.
So, to be clear, everything that happens at PACS, everything you see when you drive on the campus, all of that costs us about $350 to operate for 1 hour of a day.
And a lot of things that you don't see. So
And
yeah,
a lot of things we don't see.
sure.
And
All of
so somebody might say, hey, you know, I am so impressed by the ministry, or I am so moved by the stories or the experience I've had at PACS. I want to see PACS thrive for an additional hour. A donation of $350 does that.
It does. It does.
Wow.
I think that's remarkable.
It is amazing when you come around, you see how much is happening here, and to think about that number, you all are working hard with very little
Yeah.
to make all of this work. And I just want to say
Yeah.
thank you. Like, y'all are doing great.
Thank you. It's an amazing group of people that we have here.
So I should mention, since this is a fundraiser,
Yes,
there are at least 3 ways to give.
there are.
So one of them is the text to give, which is going to be on the screen right about now.
And here's what I will say about the text to give. That's a little bit out of the comfort zone for some people, and that is okay, because we're going to tell you about other ways to give too.
Yeah.
But I will say the text to give is super easy. You just you click you click the text, and then it sends you a link, and then you're basically just donating like a credit card, like you would on the website. So it's super easy.
All right, but if you're not comfortable with using your phone,
So
you
fair.
can get on your computer, your iPad, you can go to pacsonline.org, and there should be a really easy way. If
Yep.
the web works the way it's supposed to, there should be a
It
really
was
easy
just
way.
a minute ago.
Just
I
a minute
checked.
ago.
Absolutely.
You can donate there and make your partnership known. And then the other way, of course, is you can mail us something if you like, if you trust the USPS more than you trust the internet, which is okay by us. Or you can come, and probably our favorite way is just to come and say hi.
Yeah.
We love to get to know people who are a part of PACS family.
So
And
true.
when you choose to partner with us, that's exactly what you are, part of the ministry family. And so we're so thankful. Now, Laura, we have had dreams of taking that thermometer and filling it up and then just exploding it.
Wouldn't that be great?
That would be fantastic. So our goal is $65,000.
Yeah.
And I wanted to have you here because I want to talk for a moment about what happens if we beat the goal.
Yeah,
What are we going to do with the money if we beat that $65,000 goal?
sure. You know what? I'd like to take you back to that little hat video you just saw, right?
Okay.
That was so fun. I want to go back and watch that again.
That was fun.
Yeah. So we are doing the best we can with the space that we have.
For sure.
And the reality is that we are serving more people than we ever have. And we are using our buildings to their absolute capacity. We're grateful for that.
And our volunteers and our staff are doing an amazing job with all of that.
Beyond amazing. But we would love to be able to invest in them, invest in our staff and the buildings and make it more functional, more beautiful, and make sure that we are using that space as best we can. So we have preliminary architectural drawings for a 3-stage improvement plan. We have taken it to some of our committees already. Just looking at it, it's all preliminary, but we know what we have in mind. Our management team is really excited about it.
So to be clear, we're not launching a capital campaign tonight,
We are not.
but our goal is to launch it in the next year. And if we beat this $65,000 goal tonight, any extra money is going to be the first seed money toward that capital campaign.
Perfectly said.
that it?
Yeah, I won't repeat it because that was great.
Okay.
Exactly that.
And you know, we actually have some drawings. We could have brought them out and showed them, but it would look a little funny on the camera and all of
would.
that. So I mean, it's baby steps,
Yeah, for sure.
but it's a part of the roadmap to help make sure that PACS is here in Northeast Portland for a long time
Yeah,
to meet the needs and to serve the people of this region.
absolutely.
Okay, so if that moves you, we invite you to donate tonight, to be a part of the future of PACS. And as we spill that thermometer over $65,000, what's going to happen is that that's going to get saved and it's going to get put away for that moment when we get to launch the capital campaign. It'll make it that much easier to meet our goal.
Yep.
Now, in an ordinary year, the Barbara Nelson Award is given to someone who has gone above and beyond, giving of themselves to make a significant impact on the mission of PACS. And that's one of the reasons we're here tonight, is to give some awards. So it's award time. Can you believe it? We're already there.
Yeah, that means we're doing great.
It is. So we're going to start with the Barbara Nelson Award. It's this award that is about going above and beyond. It's about making this personal impact on the mission of PACS. But the reality is that 2021 was not an ordinary year. As our leadership team nominated award winners, it quickly became clear that there were 2 people deserving of this award. So for the first time in a decade, we're going to give away not 1, but 2 Barbara Nelson Awards. First, this year has been a year of transition. When the pandemic closed our dental clinic, it gave us a chance to make sure we were on the right track. So this consultant stepped up, leaning into the dental clinic project, probably more than he should have, to help us develop a care model that is sustainable over the long term. The clinic wouldn't be what it is today without his insight and his energy. When we're serving patients years from now, a big reason will be because of what he has done to guide the process. But you don't have to take my word for it. Here's what our team has to say about Aaron Loans.
As the grant for the Healthcare Access to Care Fund came to us, it came with this offer of a consultant named Aaron Loans.
Aaron has shared his expertise and his experience with us, and he has helped us build a business plan and craft an operational model and funding model that really reflects the PACS values and helps us live out our mission of serving people with dignity every day.
we have been able to tap into his great wisdom and incredible insight into how to open a dental clinic for low-income patients in a nonprofit manner that's sustainable and has a good plan for the future.
Aaron has warmly introduced us to subject matter experts in the healthcare, dental, and business communities. Their contributions have been vital every step of the way.
Some of the stories that I've heard of him on Thanksgiving morning on Zoom, with our director Laura, and pounding out grant applications to get funding for the dental clinic, and just putting in far more hours with us and time and thought and meetings than he was ever contractually obligated to do.
His experience from having worked on dental clinics before himself, we have been truly blessed as an organization to have his resources and connections and insight.
Something that Aaron has taught me personally is the importance of living with integrity, and he has modeled that each step of the way. I have appreciated learning from him as we create spreadsheets, put together proposals, and interact personally with each other and with others to make sure that we are always reflecting who we authentically are and continuing to aim to be the best at who we can be.
There's no doubt in my mind that he is very deserving of an award from us, because he has absolutely been a crucial cog in making the dental clinic what it is, which is a really awesome community service that is becoming something in this community that will be very, very valuable for a long time to come.
PACS has been blessed by Aaron's dedication and his skills to the dental clinic and to our team.
So thank you, Aaron, for all you have done to help the Gateway Grace Dental Clinic become what it is and to move forward into the future in a viable and sustainable way that will impact this community for a very long time.
Aaron has made such an incredible impact here at PACS, and it is my honor to award him with the Barbara Nelson Excellence Award. We will not be giving it out live tonight, but we look forward to giving each of the awards to our recipients at a reception in December.
As for our next award winner, when the pandemic hit, he threw himself into helping out around PACS. Over the last year and a half, he's been a regular fixture. Yes, he's organized stuff when needed, but his most significant contributions have been in guiding the culture and the values of PACS. He spent time listening, coaching, assisting, and guiding this team as they have grown together into a powerhouse of ministry in Northeast Portland. But before we present the award, here's a little bit more about the impact of Gary Parks.
It's hard to even know where to start when talking about Gary Parks. And what he has done for my life has been truly amazing.
So Gary's a tricky one, because I'll take over the whole time, because I knew him long before I ended up at PACS. In fact, he's the reason that I'm working at PACS.
Gary has invested so much time and heart in PACS.
Gary brings peace. Gary brings solutions and answers.
Over the last year and a half, Gary has really given us the tools based on biblical principles to make life-changing, deep cultural change here at the organizational level, also in our team, and truthfully, we are taking that home with us every day.
And he has been absolutely one of the most fundamental forces in my life in helping me mature and grow and learn how to be a useful adult in society.
Gary has shown that we all think so very differently, and getting to learn about that and getting to know how people respond and how people react literally changes all relationships in my world.
The stuff that he teaches in terms of learning to understand people, and crawl out of your skull and into theirs and actually see things through their eyes and have empathy and grow emotional intelligence, that sort of stuff that he's been doing, with this team here at PACS has been formative in my life.
About 1.5 years ago, as a management team, we really wanted to figure out who are we here at PACS, what makes us who we are. And Gary really leaned into that process, and he facilitated a process of figuring out what are our values here at PACS. And the product that came out is something that we are all proud of.
Then for him to be willing to come to PACS and to help us to try to raise our level of who we are as Christian people helping this community, to raise our level of being able to serve people in meaningful ways to them, has been truly life-changing for us here at this organization.
It's making us better people as we interact in the world, and I believe that that is what Gary's ultimate goal is that God be glorified.
So Gary, thank you so much for the time that you've put into me personally and the generosity that you have shown towards me and towards PACS and making this such an awesome place for me to work.
Thanks, Gary, for being who you are, for being human and letting us know you're human, and for being a superhero here at PACS and in my world.
And so thank you, Gary, for all you have done to invest in this community of people, to broaden the experience of knowing who God is in this world through our ability to relate to other people.
Wow. Just wow. Gary has really given a piece of his heart to our team here at PACS, and we are so grateful. And it's because of that that I am incredibly honored to give Gary Parks the Barbara Nelson Excellence Award in 2021.
Every year we look for a volunteer that goes above and beyond to be a Director's Award winner. This year's award winner spends every Friday in this space. Some days she may be sorting eggs. Others she may be packaging up potatoes or onions. Regularly, she brings succulents from home and then puts them together for sale in our store. For over 17 years, she's been volunteering consistently at PACS. She has spent thousands of hours investing in our community. Tonight, we are excited to award Robin Weibel as our Director's Award winner. Here's just a little bit more about Robin.
Robin Weibel is just an amazing volunteer.
First time I met her, I gave her a ride home. that's how we became acquainted. And I kind of look forward to her coming in on Fridays.
And she's always happy, always says hello to me, and she's just kind of a bright and shining person here at PACS.
But all she brings to this organization, her laughter, her creative solutions to problems.
She's very hard worker, helpful. We like people around us like her. And what we need, what we don't need, and she knows everything what's going on.
Well, she's a lot of fun. Once you get to know her, she is really nice, to talk to, and she always comes back with something funny and cute.
She just became like a second mom. She always had good advice and always friendly and tough and smart.
She's certainly a lively person, I have to say that, but very nice.
Sometimes she works over. We tell her to take a break, but she doesn't want to because she's a very hard worker. But she's a very good person.
And she just sits in a little cubby area. I always see her looking at eggs, checking out eggs quality.
Well, she does eggs an awful lot. So when she comes, she winds up doing eggs most of the morning.
And after a while, I gave her a nickname. I called her the mother hen. She was always doing the eggs and trying to make sure they weren't cracked or broken or anything like that. And she spoke chicken fluently. She'd go, bah, 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 bah.
she told me that she used to be in the roller derby, and she was amazing, and she was tough because I'm a roller skater, and she told me about being in the roller derby, and I forget what her name was, but it was a tough name.
And that's when I found out about her nickname, Rotten Robin. She told me not to tell anybody, and she used to just whang the opponent off the rink.
And we became good friends, fast friends, and she taught me how to quilt.
You know, she sews a lot of quilts, and they're beautiful quilts. And I think she's even donated some for the fundraiser.
Her desire to help PACS in so many different ways. She's helped us through volunteering, just working in the food pantry, doing the regular daily duties of working in the food pantry. But she's also gone home and made quilts and made dolls. And some of you watching may even have purchased one of her quilts or one of her dolls at one of our previous award dinners.
She's just a really good worker, and I really enjoy working with her.
Foster mother, she took care of a lot of kids, and a good grandmother and mother, and she's up for anything. She likes to have fun, and I just love her.
And she just loves people. She loves other volunteers. I've seen that she gives other volunteers a hard time too. So I thought I was just special, but apparently I'm not. That she gives it to other people as well. But Robin's such a great asset here, and I appreciate her so much.
Well, if I could say anything, it'd probably be keep going, Robin, keep going.
And with her desire to be here, for her desire to make PACS a better place, it becomes a reality because she is here doing it to be that person who shares Jesus to those around her in her volunteer activities, in her interacting with people. We're just very grateful to have Robin as a part of our PACS family, and we look forward to just honoring her with this award. The Director's Award is the award that often goes and has typically gone to volunteers who just have gone above and beyond over very long periods of time, generally speaking, to just show dedication and commitment to serving people, to helping people, and especially their involvement at PACS. And this year, as we were talking as a management team, we decided that Robin has been the exemplary person that we want to honor this year. And we just felt like you are a very deserving person of this honor from the PACS organization. So on behalf of PACS, thank you, Robin, for being a wonderful volunteer and for being a part of our lives here at PACS.
Wow, Robin. Well, guess what I was told? We've counted up your hours. We can easily count up your years. Your years is over 17 years you have been volunteering at PACS, and you have over 5,000 hours volunteering with us. And the stories that we heard there tonight, that's going to live on for a very long time. We are so grateful to have you as a volunteer, and I am so excited to present you with the Director's Award for 2021.
Thank you so much. I'm very honored by this.
Well, that's Robin. You know what? People are what make PACS what it is. And this is one of our amazing volunteers. And beyond that, our team of employees is amazing too. I wish we could spend 3 minutes on each one of them and introduce you to them tonight. We don't quite have time for that. But here's the next best thing. Watch this video. It's fun.
before I moved here, I wouldn't have considered myself an outdoor person, but then moving to the Pacific Northwest has been really great for me. Oh, I thought you said you were gonna start.
Oh, okay, all right, yeah, sure. I am historically more of an outdoor person. I love hiking, I love backpacking, I love wandering around barefoot in trees. But with the pandemic, I've kind of become a little bit of a homebody, and I hide indoors under blankets with hot cocoa.
I am definitely an outdoor person. I prefer being outside to inside. I would rather mow the lawn than vacuum. So anytime I can be outside, I usually am. Sleep.
Yes.
The kids are gone, I'm completely lost. Like,
I like to do bicycle riding. I do quite a bit of that. I used to like to do flying a small aircraft, and I like to go boating on a good, nice, sunshiny day.
You know, we're starting a new stage in our life. We're gonna be parents in like 4 months.
Hey!
Yeah, so like I'm preparing the room for the baby to come. So that's really consuming a lot of our time.
We went to Yellowstone Park once when I was 16, and that was, the whole thing was an adventure. And then when we got there, we just saw so much wildlife and so much natural, you know, like the hot geysers, and we saw buffalo and foxes, and it was pretty fun. It was a lot of fun. I would love to go back there. It was really pretty.
Adventures, I have done quite a few mission trips out of the States. I've gone to Fiji about 7 years.
I studied abroad in Japan for about 6 months, just about. During the spring break that I got, I went to Hiroshima by myself. It was a fantastic experience. Really becoming independent and really experiencing that on my own. So that was a really big moment for me. Yeah.
It gave me a lot of purpose. Gave me something to look forward to. I love sorting through the things. I love seeing a mess and being able to work it out and organize it and have it all cleaned up by the end of the day. I really enjoy that. And I like the people I work with. They're friendly and they're positive, and I just really, truly enjoy being here.
I always enjoyed being a part of a project that involves just helping people and being a part of a community.
Then my wife was volunteering here in PACS. She said to me, they need somebody to do the maintenance in there because the person that was doing the maintenance just retired. So I came over here and they just said, it's all yours. So from there on, I just stayed, and that was in 2000. Once you come to PACS in here and try to do something, you just stay there. It's something that attracts you for what you're doing.
What's foundational to me in my religious experience is the idea that people are important. We're the hands and feet of Jesus. And what that means to me is that when someone needs something, as Christians, we're supposed to be the people who go out and do it. PACS is one of the coolest organizations for actually being boots on the ground in the community.
Instead of being in an environment where we're talking about Christ or teaching about Christ, we just actually get to be Christ. And I love that we come to work every day and we just get to have that opportunity to let people experience what Christ is like by how we treat them.
We love our PACS team. We're so thankful for the dedicated group of employees that help make all of this happen. And we're thankful for you. Donations have continued to trickle in tonight, and we're so thankful that you have chosen to be a part of PACS family. We're grateful for you. It's as simple as that. Right now, we get to have another guest on the set with us. This is Jonathan Stefan. I just learned how to say your name right.
Congratulations.
Thank
It's a
you.
weird one.
It's great. It's great. Jonathan Stefan is our chaplain here at PACS. And you've been on board for about how long now?
4 or 5 months, probably.
4 or 5 months.
Since the beginning of the summer.
You are the next step in what has been a long-term dream of PACS, to become a place of spiritual and emotional safety for the people of this community. So how has it been as you have been with us for the last few months? How are you adapting?
Well, it's been really fun, actually. I grew up here in Portland and volunteered as a little kid at PACS, so it's cool to come back as an adult and trained. So I'm a pastor, and I also have a social work degree, and so I have mental health training and spiritual training, and it's fun to come and be a part of what we do here. PACS is growing into a really healthy, safe space for people to come and feel at home in whatever capacity they're here. And so it's been really fun to be a part of creating that culture and creating that community here.
So what does the chaplain do at a community services agency?
Mostly I wander around.
That sounds fun.
It does. Yeah, it's great.
Okay. Wandering around aimlessly, though, probably not.
Very aimless, yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I actually intentionally spend a little bit of time every day just kind of wandering around through the parking lot as we have cars lined up, and wandering through the thrift store and just kind of pretending like I'm a shopper, but I'm also here employed. And it's been a really rich space to kind of get in touch with my community here and build relationships with our regulars, people who come in and day out.
So what comes of this wandering around?
So much. One of my favorite stories is someone that I met coming through the food line. Okay. He was driving this beat up, rusty truck, and he was kind of sitting in there. And as he was sitting in this truck, he was kind of had this furrowed brow, and he had long hair like me. And I was like, ooh, I want to talk to him because he looks like me, and he looks frustrated and upset. Mm-hmm. And so I kind of wandered over and waved through the window, and he kind of did a double take. And as soon as he saw me, his eyes kind of like popped open, and he threw the door open and jumped out and stuffed his hand into my stomach for a handshake and started just pouring out his story. And he told me about his rough childhood and his years as a homeless guy who didn't have the resources to live in stable housing and didn't have the resources to feed himself. And he talked about how he crawled out of that. And as he shared that story, he started sharing about how PACS was been such a big part of helping him to do that. It first was the place where he was able to find clean clothes at a cheap cost, where he could go to a job interview and feel really sharp and snazzy and professional. And then it was the place where, when he first got an apartment, he didn't have a couch, he didn't have pots, and we were able to provide that for him. And then when he had to start taking care of his mother, who was elderly, we became a place where he was able to make ends meet by coming to our food bank and getting food every month to help provide for his sick mother. And he just started kind of pouring out his soul to me, and we exchanged contact information and have stayed in touch. And it's so exciting to hear the way that PACS is a part of things in people's lives.
That's amazing. Now, that's probably the only time that that's happened.
Oh yeah, no, it's the only time. No, this happens every single day. I'm finding more and more stories, and that's just one of a million. It's not the most remarkable. It's not the least remarkable. It's just a story of someone's need, and the way that PACS is a part of the picture that helps fill that need. And I've been really blessed to be able to start to form some relationships with these individuals, and be a space for them to share their heart hurt and the wounds on their souls that are a big part of what keeps them from being what they want to be in life.
Wow. Well, I'm so glad that you're a part of the team, first of all. But beyond that, I'm thankful for the journey that you're going on with our clients, with our friends, with our family. It sounds like if we were to take the next 2 hours, we could talk at length about the impact in the lives of individual people that this place has. Am I off base?
No, not at all. And it's not just me who hears these stories. Every single member of our staff and our team could tell you about the people that they've impacted and who have impacted them. We have a really great staff here and a really great culture where we're not just about providing food, we're not just about providing home goods and clothing, although those are wonderful things, but we're about building relationships with people and being a part of creating a holistic family network for them.
You know, that's not something you hear from just another community service agency. That's something that is unique about the heart of this place.
It really is. And I've worked in a lot of community service places through my social work background especially, and this one's special.
And I know that you're not just telling us a story, because I was here last Friday. I get to come with my family every Friday morning, and we get to do the food pantry thing. My kids, they round in the food pantry, they get that 100 pounds of food into the boxes and do all that. I had the privilege of standing outside the door and being able to greet people and load the boxes into their vehicles. And that happened to me this last Friday, where I was at the driver's door, she rolled her window down. I said, "Hey, how are you doing?" As I often do. And through gritted teeth, she said, "I'm fine." And I took a step back. I said, "You're lying to me." I'm not that forward with a lot of people, but this, for whatever reason, this time I was. And that response broke her. And I got to hear in just a minute and a half her story of how her housing fell through and there was no place to take her family, how her vehicle was broken or stolen or something like that. She had to borrow a vehicle just to come to our food pantry, how there wasn't enough food, there wasn't enough opportunity for her. And I couldn't believe how grateful she was when I was able to load 100 pounds of food into the back of her rig and add on a couple of cantaloupes, or I guess it was honeydew melons that we had, and strawberries and all the other stuff. It does happen every single day.
It really does.
Every day that this place is open, there are stories, there are impacts that take place. In fact, every hour that this place is open, we see impacts where these people, this place, PACS family, has an impact on our clients, on our guests, and on us.
Absolutely. And oftentimes the impact on our staff and volunteers is the biggest. We find ourselves constantly shaped and changed by exactly what you're talking about every day, every hour.
Thank you for taking time on a Sunday night to tell us a little bit of your journey. And thank you for having a heart to connect with our PACS family. Appreciate you.
Thank you for taking your time tonight too.
Yeah. You know, it's one of those things where every hour that PACS is open, it is impacting the hearts and the lives of our community. We're so thankful for each one of you that has given so far this evening. If you haven't had an opportunity to partner with us financially, we would invite you to do that. We've already talked about the ways that you can. You can text to give, PACS 21 to 41444. You can go to pacsonline.org. You can mail us a check or drop it off the old-fashioned way. And if you can't give tonight financially, we invite you to keep this ministry in prayer. We invite you to set aside a little bit of your time to volunteer somewhere in your community to make your community a better place. You know, that's all we have for you tonight. We're so thankful that you've joined us. We don't have final figures on the fundraiser yet. By the end of this week, we aim to post it through our social media channels, through our newsletter. You'll be able to check in with us and see how we're doing against our fundraising goal. But we're so grateful that you have been a part of this journey with us tonight. We're so grateful that you are a part of PACS family. That's all from Northeast Portland tonight. God bless you all. God be with you, and good night.